Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again for Lesson 7. I'm Richard Gray, the creator of the Automatic Wealth System by Logical Flow. Let's dive into today's lesson. So, Lesson 8, the Safety Fund, Building Your Financial Foundation. The lesson overview. Welcome back. In our last lesson, we introduced the three basic baskets of our system: the Dream Fund, the Safety Fund, and the Freedom Fund. Today we're going to be taking a deeper look at the Safety Fund. This isn't the account that's designed to make you wealthy. This is the account that's designed to protect everything else you're building. Think of it as the foundation of our financial house. Before we start building walls, windows, and the roof, we want to have a solid foundation. By the end of today's lesson, you'll understand what the Safety Fund actually does, why financial professionals recommend having one, and how to begin building it using the same turtle mindset we've been talking about throughout this course. Today's lesson, we're going to cover 3 topics. Topic 1, what does a safety fund actually do? We'll look at why this account exists and why it can give you peace of mind, protect you from unnecessary debt, and give you more freedom when life doesn't go according to plan. For topic 2, what should a safety fund look like? We'll discuss why many financial professionals recommend having 3 to 6 months of living expenses, what qualities they're looking for, and why we're going to use CASH.TO as our simple example throughout this course. Finally, topic 3, how do we build it? We'll ask about starting small, automating your contributions, knowing when you've built enough, and how to maintain your safety fund over time. So, topic 1, what does a safety fund actually do? Let me ask you a question. What if life happened tomorrow? Not 5 years from now, not next month, tomorrow. Imagine your mechanic calls and your brakes need replacing and the repairs then cost around $800. Now I want you to think about it and ask yourself, where is this money coming from? For many people, the answer is a credit card. Maybe it's a line of credit. Maybe it's borrowing money from their family. Maybe it's putting the repair off and driving the car less, hoping that it doesn't get worse. Now, what started as an $800 repair slowly becomes months of minimum payments and interest if you put it on a card. One unexpected expense has become a much bigger financial burden. The safety fund exists to prevent this. It turns emergencies into inconveniences instead of a financial crisis. So here's another example. Imagine you wake up with the flu and you're exhausted. You should be at home resting, but you've already used up your sick days. You look at your bank account and you realize you can't afford to miss work. So you drag yourself to work anyways and pretend you're okay. You push through because you feel like you don't have any other choice. Now, imagine the exact same situation, but this time you've built up your safety fund and you can afford to take the time off. Instead of worrying about making it to payday, you get to stay home, you rest, you recover properly, you give your body and your mind the time it needs to heal. Money didn't cure the flu, but it gave you the freedom to make the healthier decision. And that's something we don't talk about enough. The safety fund doesn't just protect your finances, it protects your ability to make good decisions when life gets difficult. The same idea applies if your work environment becomes unhealthy. Maybe you're dealing with burnout, maybe you're struggling mentally, Maybe you simply need a little time to regroup before you find another job. Without a safety fund, many people feel trapped because every paycheck is already spoken for. With a safety fund, you're going to have options. You have breathing room. You buy yourself time and peace of mind. And this is incredibly valuable. In fact, the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada recommends that Canadians aim to build an emergency fund that's equal to 3 to 6 months of their total living expenses. They also recognize that this doesn't happen overnight. Their advice is to build it gradually over time, and that's exactly what we're doing in this course. Remember, be the turtle. We're not trying to build the perfect financial system today. We're building a system that will actually stick with you. Small, consistent, repeatable. Every payday is another vote for your future. Little by little, your safety fund grows, and with it, so will your peace of mind. The key takeaway: your safety fund has one job. It protects your ability to make good decisions when life doesn't go according to plan. It buys you peace of mind, time, and options. To be able to build wealth, we need to build stability. Now that we understand why the safety fund is so important, let's talk about what it should actually look like. Topic 2: what should a safety fund look like? The purpose of the safety fund isn't to make the highest return possible. Its job is to protect you. This means we're looking for some important qualities. First, it should be easy to access. If life throws you a curveball, you don't want your money locked away and not able to access it. This is your emergency money. It should be readily available when you genuinely need it. Second, we want it to be stable. This isn't money we're trying to double. This isn't money we're taking risk with. Its purpose is reliability and stability. The safety fund should help you sleep better at night, not keep you awake wondering what the market did today. Third, we'd still like it to earn a little interest while we're waiting. Inflation slowly reduces the purchasing power of cash over time. So if we can earn some interest while our money is waiting for emergency, that's a bonus. Again, we're not chasing the highest return. We're simply trying to avoid having our money sitting idle if there's simply a low risk alternative for us to use. So for the purpose of this course, we're going to be talking about CASH.TO, that's CASH.TO, as our example. Now, there are other products that can accomplish similar goals. Some people may use high interest savings account. Some use other ETFs. Some may already be familiar with GICs and other cash type products, and they're perfectly valid options. However, that's not what this course is about. This course is about removing the friction. I'm trying to make things as easily to do as possible and do everything in one place that we can set up automatically. I don't want you spending hours trying to compare 10 different products before you even started. I want you building a system, and once your system is running, we can optimize it later. Throughout this course, whenever we talk about the safety fund, we're going to be using CASH.TO as our example. And part of the reason why is because it's easy to remember. Safety fund, think cash. Simple. So CASH.TO is an exchange traded fund. It's an ETF. Instead of investing in stocks, it primarily holds high interest deposits with major Canadian banks. So in simple terms, it gives your money a place to sit where it can earn some interest while remaining readily and accessible if you need it. It's like a parking spot. Your money's not in a race. It's not there to grow as fast as possible. It's simply parked, safe, and waiting for you to use it. As we move through the rest of the course, you'll notice something. I'm intentionally keeping things simple. We could discuss many different options and we could compare many different products, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to build a financial system that's so simple you'll actually use it. So remember, a simple system that's running will almost always outperform a perfect system that never gets off the ground or that's only used for a short period of time. There's one more important point I'd like you to remember. The safety fund actually protects your freedom fund. Imagine you've been investing consistently for a year and your freedom fund is growing nicely. Then life happens, your car breaks down. Without a safety fund, you might be forced to sell some of your long term investments to pay for the repair. And imagine that the market's actually down at the moment and you don't want to sell. You weren't planning to sell, but life forced you to sell. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid here. Everything has its own purpose and it's a different tool. We don't want to get the negative mindset of having to sell if the markets are possibly red. That's why the safety fund exists. It protects you. The dream fund creates tomorrow's experience, and the freedom fund builds your future. When every basket does its own job, the entire system becomes much stronger. Key takeaway: a good safety fund isn't about chasing the highest return. It's about having money that's stable, readily accessible, and earning some interest while we wait. Topic 3. How do we build it? Now comes the good news. You don't have to save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses this week, this month, or even in the year. Remember, we're building a system, and systems are built one small step at a time. This is where the turtle mindset comes back. Slow, steady, and consistent. Maybe you start with $5 every payday, maybe it's $20 or more. The amount itself isn't the important part, the habit is. Remember, we're looking for progress over perfection. Every automatic contribution is another vote for the person you're trying to become. As time goes on, your income may increase and your expenses may change. Maybe you receive a raise, maybe you've paid off some debt, maybe you're simply becoming more comfortable with your budget. When that happens, consider increasing your automatic contributions a little bit in any way that's easily and adjustable to you. Small adjustments made consistently over time can create incredible results. One thing I'd recommend is putting a reminder on your calendar once you start this. So maybe a month from opening, or a month and a half, or a couple paychecks later, you're going to get a reminder. And when that reminder appears, you're going to ask yourself one simple question: can I comfortably increase my automatic contribution to this account? If the answer is yes, increase it. If no, that's okay. Keep the system running, but also think what has to be done or what changes can you make that are small that will allow you to contribute more, and how much time will it take to get there. Then re-put that date in your calendar so we don't forget to tune the system. The turtle never worries about how fast someone else is going. The turtle just keeps moving forward. Eventually, you will reach your goal. For many people, that goal is going to be the 6 months of living expenses. Once you've reached that point, the safety fund has done its job. You don't have to keep directing the same amount of money into it forever. Instead, You can redirect those automatic contributions towards your dream fund and or your freedom fund. Your system continues growing. You're simply giving each dollar a new job from this point forward. And one important reminder, if life happens and you need to use your safety fund, that's exactly what it's there for. You don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel like you failed. Your safety fund has successfully done its job. Once life settles down, though, simply begin building it back up again. Think of it this way, if you use it, you refill it. Finally, I recommend putting one reoccurring reminder in the calendar every year if it is at its maximum of what you want, like the 6 months. And I recommend doing it every year because things change. Life change, rent can change, mortgage payments, children grow, food prices change. So take 5 minutes once a year, put it in the calendar, and what you're going to ask yourself is, if I needed my safety fund today, would it still cover the 3 to 6 months of my current living expenses? If the answer is yes, that's great. Reset the reminder again for 1 year. If the answer is no, make the small adjustments in your automatic contribution. Your financial system should grow as your life grows. Key takeaway: start small, automate your contributions. Increase them when you comfortably can. Once your safety fund reaches your goal, redirect those contributions towards your other baskets. If you use your safety fund, refill it. And once a year, take a few minutes to make sure it still reflects your current life. Simple systems become powerful through consistency. So, the lesson summary. Today we learned that the safety fund isn't designed to make you wealthy, it's designed to protect everything else you're building. We learned that its purpose is to buy peace of mind and give you options to help you make better decisions when life doesn't go according to plan. We learned why the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada recommends building an emergency fund equal to approximately 3 to 6 months of living expenses, and why it's perfectly okay and recommended to gradually build it over time. We also learned what qualities we're looking for in the safety fund. It should be stable, readily accessible, and it should earn some interest while you wait. And for the purpose of this course, as an example, we're going to be referring to CASH.TO. It's just easy to understand, easy to remember, easy to stick with. Finally, we learned that once the safety fund is fully built, those automatic contributions can begin working toward your dream fund and or your freedom fund instead. Every dollar has a job. Every basket has a purpose. So I want to leave you with the reflection question. Before we finish today's lesson, I'd like you to think about one question. If life threw you $1,000 emergency tomorrow, how would you pay for it? Don't answer with the solution and hope to have with one day. Answer honestly. Where would this income come from today? Whatever your answer is, sit with it. Don't judge yourself. Just simply recognize where you are. Then ask yourself, what's my next better vote? Maybe it's setting up your first automatic contribution. Maybe it's increasing to the one you already have set up. Maybe it's simply committing to start. And I want you to remember, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is always the progress towards your best self. So, in closing, the safety fund probably won't be the most exciting account you'll ever own. It probably won't be the account you brag about, but one day it may be the account you're the most thankful that you built. because when life doesn't go according to plan, it quietly protects every other financial decision you've worked so hard to make. In our next lesson, we'll explore the Dream Fund and discover how intentionally saving for meaningful experience can make your financial journey more enjoyable while keeping you motivated for the long term. Until then, keep being the turtle, keep making the next better vote. And remember, small, consistent actions repeated over time can create extraordinary results. Every dollar has a job, and every basket has a purpose. If you found these lessons useful, please like and subscribe. Share the videos with those you care about. We all have our part to play in making people's lives a little bit better and easier. Also, as a side note, after the lessons on the 3 baskets, I'll be doing a putting it all together video where I'm going to show you step by step how to set up the automatic transfers and buy orders for your Wealthsimple with screenshots for those that may have a little difficulty with it, or if they're new to platforms like Wealthsimple. Thanks again for watching the Automatic Wealth System by Logical Flow. I'm Richard Gray. I hope you've enjoyed the lessons, and I look forward to seeing you in lesson 9.